Are we live? Are we live? Are we live, ladies and gentlemen? Let's check. Yes, we're checking the sound. Yes, we are live. We're good. All right. Welcome to Live with Sucio, Monday Night Raw watch along, news, and tons more fun. We are live. I love it. I love it, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to have a really good time tonight. Monday Night Raw comes to you from Hershey, Pennsylvania. We have the replay from last week. Where they had Jimmy Uso face off against Braun Breaker. Got to put the glasses on. I'm getting old. I'm blind. Okay. He's facing off Braun Breaker for the the Intercontinental Championship. We're posting it on Instagram that we are live. Okay, as we are watching now, Solo Sikoa is having a face-off with Braun Breaker. That's going to be a good match someday. That's something that we'll see happen. I think they have big plans for Jacob Fatu. All right, we're alerting Instagram. We're going to alert Facebook. Let them know we're on. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Another flashback from last week. Tamatonga Tongaloa winning the tag team championships. Defending the tag team championships. As we know, last week we witnessed the Motor City Machine Guns finally win the big one, finally win the WWE Tag Team Champions. Check the levels on your phone. Check the levels on your phone. I think we're good. All right, right now we are getting the replay where we had the face-off between Roman Reigns and the New Bloodline. We now have Jey Uso. She has Motor City Machine Guns with the win. This was huge. This was huge for these guys. As I said on the last live stream, these guys have been around for a very, very long time. These guys definitely deserve the big one. They definitely deserve to win the tag team championships. Jimmy and Jey Uso, they actually reunited last week, but now we're getting a nice footage right now of the Yeet Man, Jey Uso, getting ready to step in the ring. I don't know exactly what he's planning on doing. I don't know if he's going to fight again for the championship. He might again fight for the championship. It would be nice to see him get the belt again, but I know the direction that they're probably going to take it now, and rightfully so. They should take it in the direction of them fighting Bloodline, the original Bloodline, versus the Timu Bloodline, the Bloodline 2.0. It would be nice to also see him as the tribal chief. He has everyone eating out of his hands right now. The entire audience is going ballistic for this guy. It's insanity. It's insanity. Crowd going absolutely crazy over in Hershey, Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania has always been a wrestling town. I went to a Monday Night Raw in Pennsylvania. If you're a wrestling fan, you definitely have to come to the Northeast and see the energy. Some of these crowds, places like Madison Square Garden, places like, some of the stadiums out in Pennsylvania. Don't worry, guys. It's not just going to be wrestling. We're going to be discussing Trump, Diddy, Bad Bunny, all of that on today's live stream. Huge fallout from the rally. All sorts of crazy comments. They're comparing Trump to this or that. And, at the end of the day, Donald Trump is doing the right thing. Donald Trump hopefully will be the next president. I'm sorry for those that are not Trump fans. And I'm sorry for me not keeping the integrity of journalism and picking a side. But let's face it, nowadays, the news are picking sides. 90% of the news that we listen to are fake news. The Yeet Man always with the crowd in the palm of his hands. The Yeet Man is extremely experienced in the business, 14 years in WWE. I'm sure he had some training for a couple of years before that. This is going to be one of those guys that's going to be a 20-year veteran in the game and one of those guys that you definitely have to look out for. This could be a major player in the game. This could be a guy that becomes world champion one day. I'm a big believer that he should be the next tribal chief. This should be a guy that is the next tribal chief. Let's see how it goes for him. Yeet Man in the audience right now. He's cutting a promo. He's definitely going to address this whole drama with his family. This way's much better. Yeah, this way's much better, guys. This way I could watch the show, look at the screen as well. We are live. I do thank you for your viewership. Whether you're watching live or online, I do thank you for your viewership. He's calling somebody out in the ring right now. He's calling somebody out in the ring right now. And who's coming? Yep, his brother. Yep, his brother is coming out right now. Makes total sense for his brother to come out. The thrilling return of Jimmy Uso. Jimmy Uso looks, he should be happy. He should be happy him and his brother reconciled their differences. Trying to look tough. I don't know what that's all about. It's your brother. Put your differences aside. You know what? I'm going to text my brothers live. This is a good reminder to text my brothers. I love those guys. I don't get to see my brothers that often. My brothers currently live out of state, both of them. I've stayed in the area. I grew up in New Jersey. I stayed in the area. I now live in New York. Uso chants. Uso chants all across the stadium. In the middle of this ring, face to face, eye to eye with his brother. He thanks him. Crowd going ballistic. This is a moment, if you're a wrestling fan, these guys have been around for a very, very long time. If you're watching live, I do suggest that you guys watch along with the show on USA. Watch Monday Night Raw. We're going to get a response from Jey Uso. He's telling them we're not the ones either. Clearly, he's referencing the fact that his brothers have taken over the bloodline. Keep in mind that it's their little brother who is Solo Sikoa. Just half a year ago, he's reminding them that just half a year ago, they were fighting each other. Yeah, see something that now they know them apart. You know, for a long time, people didn't know which one was which. But now they know who the Yeet Man is. They know who Jey Uso is. They know who Jimmy Uso is. And that was very important to them. You know, these guys, you know, they were walking around as if they had no identity, as if these guys, you know, were just one and the same. People would go up to them and ask them, well, which one are you? You know, and that was something very important, especially to Jey Uso, to have his own mark in the business, not just to be looked at as, you know, one of them twins. You know, that's how it is with family. You know, with family, you're able to reconcile your differences, put all your differences aside, and try to work things out, man. You know, I'm always one to reach out to my siblings, my family members, whenever we have some type of a squabble or some type of, not a squabble, but sometimes we might have a difference in opinion. So he's telling his brother that they should get together and they should be the Usos again. You know, these are guys that have won the championship on multiple times. It'd be nice to see them win the championship again, but I'm a big advocate for making this guy the new tribal chief. I'm a big believer that they should make the Yeet Man the new tribal chief. He's telling him that he should come through on Friday night. He should come through on Friday night. That's the night that they're the other guys there, Roman Reigns, and that's the night that all of them should be there together. But you know, this whole brand split doesn't mean anything. You know, people jump from one side to the other all the time. They hug it out, but as they hug it out, you got Tama Tonga Loa from Bloodline, Timu Bloodline 2.0. Bloodline Timu 2.0 getting involved. It's insanity. It's insane that these guys are all the most important storyline. You know, for a long time, the Samoans, they were a big part of the show, but they weren't the show. You know, they were mid-carders at best. These guys were mid-carders at best. They're referencing that the Motor City Machine Guns were able to take advantage and they of all of the beef between both families, and they were able to pick up the win and pick up the belts. We got Jacob Fatu stomping Jey Uso on the corner. I mean, who else could come out and save them? You know, there is another guy, Sami Zayn, who was part of the original bloodline. Sami Zayn, would be nice if Sami Zayn came out here. I don't know if they're taking the story in that direction as well and having Sami Zayn. Big chair shot. Boom, another super kick. Super kick. It's a super kick party from the Usos. Looking like the Young Bucks right now with all them super kicks. This may lead to a match later on. General manager, security coming out, getting some order, some much needed order out there. Bloodline 2.0. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching live. I do thank you for your viewership, whether you're watching live or on demand. We're going to be discussing wrestling, of course, but we're going to be discussing news, Diddy, Trump. Next commercial break, which is coming right now, we're going to be discussing the fallout from the Trump rally. Now, if you guys go to the timeline right now and you go to the shorts, there's plenty of footage. There's plenty of footage there from the rally. And I'll be posting more footage as it becomes available. But you guys get the gist of it. There were 250,000 people outside. 250,000 people outside. It was just insanity outside of the Trump rally. If you go down on the timeline, it's maybe the 4th. I see it here. The last news from today's news, which was posted at 9 a.m. this morning, has actual footage from inside the rally. Now, they had a comedian there. He was talking about Puerto Ricans, and I see that there is a Puerto Rican watching. I see you there, Jarito. And while you're here, I want to address the Puerto Rican comments that were made by Donald Trump. And, he did make some, the comedian, not Donald Trump, but the comedian made some comments that did bother some of the Puerto Ricans. And I see here that there's a representative from the Puerto Rican community. So I do want to address that. They said that the island is full of garbage. And, whatever viewpoint this comedian had, he understands that there's a lot of Puerto Ricans in New York. The guy was just trying to get a laugh. But one thing that's very important is understand that the independence was stolen, and there was a big, huge movement. There you go, Jorge Ferreira. Be careful. You might be insulting Harry Gonzalez there. But there was a big movement for Puerto Rico to become its own independent island, and those plans were completely destroyed by the U.S. In fact, there was a guy, I don't know his name, maybe Jarito could tell me. There was a guy who was one of the leaders for this movement that he was jailed for many, many years, and he was let go during the Obama administration. And one thing that Trump is not in favor of is making Puerto Rico a 51st state, but he is in favor of Puerto Rico becoming independent. And that's something that the Puerto Ricans may or may not be interested in. But I know that there is a group of Puerto Ricans that they do feel that the island should be independent. Harry, you could feel free to comment whether the Puerto Rico should remain a commonwealth, should it become a 51st state, or should it become independent? And, Donald Trump has always been a big advocate of Puerto Rico becoming independent. So, I want everybody out there to realize that these comments were made by a comedian, fully knowing that he's in an area where there's a lot of Puerto Ricans, and he was probably trying to get a pop out of them. Look, my Puerto Rican friends know that I might pop a Puerto Rican joke here and there, but I have nothing but love for the Puerto Ricans. And as I digged into my roots, I realized that my father's lineage comes from Puerto Rico. So I'm Puerto Rican and Dominican, toss more paper towels. Look, I don't know what's going on over there, but one thing that's for certain is that the island is underfunded in comparison to all of the other states. All of the other states get a lot more money. They got a lot more rights. So I'm sure that there are people within the Puerto Rican community that wish that they had their own independence. There are also people that believe it should be a 51st state. I don't know if the Commonwealth status is the best deal for Puerto Rico. I would also like to discuss the Diddy. And the Diddy we may discuss through several commercial breaks. The Diddy situation is extremely disturbing. And honestly, I'm a big fan of Diddy. And I truly, truly hope that a lot of these allegations are false. I truly hope we're getting some great footage from Hershey, Pennsylvania right now. I do truly hope that this is a situation just like Cosby, where Cosby was bombarded with a bunch of charges, and then eventually the charges were found to be frivolous. Let's not forget that Cosby was hit just as hard as Diddy. Cosby was a guy that, they had covers of magazines, interviews with all of these women, and, it all turned out to be false. And the guy's completely innocent. Let's face it, he was trying to buy NBC. Maybe BlackRock also was involved in that, just like they were involved in the Diddy lawsuit. All right, right now they're showing footage from the last WrestleMania showing The Rock. They're also showing an overhead drone or camera or helicopter view of Vegas, where they'll be hosting the next WrestleMania. Let's not forget Diddy has performed for the WWE at big events. I'm extremely disappointed at Diddy. I named one of my children Sean after Diddy. I named my other child Mace. So my kids are named Sean and Mace. I'm a big Diddy fan. I believe Diddy had a big influence in me just wanting to go out there and make money and be successful. He was definitely an inspiration and a motivation. He taught me not to go out there and settle. So, I do see the positives in Mr. Diddy. I do see the positives in his art. I am hoping and praying that all of these allegations are false. There was some new allegations sent to me today by Mr. Jorge Ferreira himself. And, the allegations are so disturbing, I don't even want to speak of them. But I truly hope that these allegations are totally false. Okay, we got Dirty Dom in the back with the Judgment Day, or as they call themselves, the Street Trash. Dirty Dom, Dominic Mysterio, has a huge future in this business. Arguably, he could be bigger than his father. His father is a living legend. The guy's still in the ring. But definitely, Dominic is emerging as the leader of this crew here, of the Judgment Day. And deservingly so. The guy does great work. He actually had more matches than anyone else in WWE last year. He's put in a lot of work this year as well. He was also entrusted with fighting CM Punk at Madison Square Garden during a live event on his return match. So the company does trust him with what could be considered one of the most fragile guys on the roster. Look, I'm a big fan of CM Punk, but let's face it, he's injury prone. The guy is also a bit older now. So whoever's going to wrestle him, guys like Drew McIntyre are extreme professionals. And I'm sure if Dominic Mysterio was given the task of being the guy who fights CM Punk, definitely the company views him as a major player. All right, we got Sheamus here. Sheamus is coming down the aisle, fresh from a trip from Puerto Rico. For the Puerto Rican fans, that was just a joke. The guy, as you can see, has never had a tan. If you're watching live on USA, this guy Sheamus is as white as white can possibly get. This guy has not seen a tanning bed or a tanning booth ever. I wonder if the guy has ever seen sunlight. All right, we got a bit of an intense face-off here between Ludwig Kaiser and Sheamus. Ludwig Kaiser and Sheamus. I don't know if this match is leading to anything. It seems like a filler match. That's one of the big problems with AEW Wrestling. AEW Wrestling, they have a lot of just matches that just happen. All right, Joe Testione, Wade Barry, Kathy Kelly, Jackie Redmond, and Lillian Garcia, and of course, Sociomania Live. Ludwig Kaiser right now seemingly trying to get the upper hand, but let's face it, Sheamus is just a machine. Sheamus is a big guy. This isn't a guy that you could just slap around and think you're going to get the upper hand on. Monday Night Raw comes to you live from Hershey, Pennsylvania. I do thank your viewership, whether you're watching live or on demand. I do thank you guys for your viewership. We got a commercial here for Crown Jewel coming to you live this Saturday at 1 p.m. We will have a full report on Crown Jewel on Saturday night after the event. We're going to have the watch-alongs every Monday and every Friday at 8 p.m. The PLEs, I enjoy them a lot, and I like to watch them on my own, and you guys will get the full report right afterwards. I do thank you guys for your viewership, whether you're watching live or on demand, but if you're watching live, please tune in simultaneously to the show on USA. I also want to make a major announcement for those guys watching. There's going to be a major joint venture between Eddie Irvin, Eddie Frank from Steady Eddie, as he calls himself, for 12th Floor Entertainment. There's going to be a merger of a new series called Meet Me at the Bull. We are the colony. Yeah, we are a colony. Yeah, man. I believe you guys should be free. Free Puerto Rico. Free Puerto Rico. Free Puerto Rico and all the Puerto Ricans. Or make them a 51st date already. Que la que hay. Que la que hay. We are watching live, ladies and gentlemen. We are here live, ladies and gentlemen. Coming to you live from Hershey, Pennsylvania. Monday Night Raw. We're going to mute for 30 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, we are back. You got to love this mute button. Gotta love this mute button. Okay. Some of my kids are already sleeping now. As you guys know, I have multiple kids. So I'm going to be putting my kids to bed. Sometimes my live stream keeps them up. But I do have some of the children sleeping already. That's good. Raw goes off the air. I want to go back and discuss this whole Diddy situation. And it seems pretty clear that a lot of these celebrities have been involved in some type of crazy behavior, whether it was intentional for pleasure or for some type of blackmail. I believe this game was taught to Diddy from other people. Clive Davis, not knocking his lifestyle, but he does share the same lifestyle. Not saying there's anything wrong with it. You live your life however you want to live your life. I don't knock that lifestyle at all. You live your life however you want to live your life. But if you're forcing people against their will to do things, and then now today, a couple of reports regarding Diddy and some minors, and it's totally disturbing. I also hear that J-Lo and Ben Affleck divorced because there's going to be tons of dirt on J-Lo. You know, look, you want to go out there and party, you want to do your thing, that's fine. But the whole blackmail aspect of it is wrong. And I do believe there needs to be some type of reform in the music industry. From what I understand, also Taylor Swift was involved with something with a child, and they're holding that over her head. Oh, yeah, Yordi, thank you for watching. Thank you for your viewership, my brother. I love you, my brother. Yeah, J-Lo too. J-Lo was involved. There's also a picture of her naked with Cassie in a room. Her and Cassie and Diddy and a couple of men, and like I said, if that's your lifestyle and that's what you're into, whatever, it's not my cup of tea, but whatever you're into, that's fine. But at the end of the day, if you're going out there and you're using your power and you're holding these things over people's heads, look, some of the audio, I didn't post it, but I do have it available, and I did report on it. And if you guys ever want to hear the audio, the Meek Mill audio is out there, the Bad Bunny audio is out there, and it's clearly them. And the audio is totally disturbing. And like I said, if these are things that they do in their personal time, that's on them. But if Diddy is going out there and raping people against their will, or making people do things against their will in order for them to come up, that's ridiculous. You couldn't pay me nothing. I mean, you couldn't pay me $1 billion to do no crazy shit like that. Don't go out there and sell your manhood. If you give up your manhood unwillingly, what else do you got? It's crazy. It's crazy the world we live in, and it's crazy the things that people would do for money. And let's face it, there's a lot of money involved. And I'm sure there's many people out there that would probably be like, "Hey, Diddy, go ahead." I just don't see it. I don't. There's nothing that you could ever pay me to lose my manhood. That's just insanity. Going back to some of the other news, not regarding the celebrities, regarding some of the children, that's extremely disturbing. Also, some of the stuff regarding Justin Bieber. I mean, I can't wait if Justin Bieber actually speaks up. But again, as I've been saying, this could also be an attack, just like they had a huge attack on Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby, I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but Bill Cosby is very, very rich. These are grown people, rich already. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they did it, Yordi, to try to get even richer or something like that. But here are some facts. Bill Cosby was in the process of buying NBC. I'm sure BlackRock or one of these big companies has a big stake in NBC. Then they started with the smear campaign. The guy sat in jail for about a year only to find out that he was completely not guilty. These were just a bunch of false charges put on him. They went harder at Bill Cosby. I mean, they had Bill Cosby cover of Time magazine. They had interviews with each of the women individually. They had one cover that had over 30 women on the cover. And one thing I'll tell you is this, when you are a guy that has some power, and especially a guy like Cosby, I don't think Cosby ever had to go rape anyone. And, I'd have to believe, whether you're into males or females, I don't think Diddy is in a position that he'd have to force anyone to do anything. When you have that kind of money, I think you could live whatever lifestyle you want. And from what I understand, he would call male prostitutes. So, I mean, you're clearly paying for it. Just go pay for whatever it is that you want. But from watching several podcasts, including one from Jaguar Wright, it seems that the industry knew for many, many years that this was Puffy's fetish. According to them, Puffy has a fetish of taking the behind of men who are unwilling to give up their behind. That's what he's into, or something like that. George Ferreira, Comme So Diageo 2023. Yeah, you know what? That's a company that's owned by BlackRock, alleging that the Edge invested in the brand. Didn't, and yeah, it's something about also a racist lawsuit, and I believe he some type of a settlement. So from what I understand, in this contract that they had with him, there was a morality clause in there that if for some reason you got involved in some things that question your morality, for some reason they could cancel the contract. So then therefore the lawsuit would be null and void. Puffy seems to be pretty confident in some of the calls that have leaked. Some of the calls that have leaked basically show Diddy saying, "Oh, just wait till the smoke clears, wait till time passes." So this could just be a bombardment of charges. Those 34 felonies, Trump, they were dismissed in the appeals courts. So let's look at Major Adams right now. He's being hit with a bunch of different things, you know. So let's face it, there's a group of people that are secretly running things behind the scenes, kind of like a shadow government, that if you mess with them or mess with any of their corporations, they could turn on you in a big way. Okay, there's a pin right now from Sheamus on Ludwig Kaiser. We got the 3 count here. Sheamus against Ludwig Kaiser. And I don't know what they even give the match to this guy. It's not like he needs it, you know? It's not like he needs it. He's gotten a big push. Maybe he went to a couple of Diddy parties. After the Diddy parties, he got a push, you know? This guy, he used to like to party, you know? They have a couple of scenes with Sheamus out there having some drinks, you know? Reason I say that, he made it to a Diddy party. When he first started, he got a major push from the company. The guy just came out of nowhere, was world champion, got the rocket pack strapped to his back. But the guy is pretty good in the ring. From what I understand, he was recruited by Triple H and brought into the company. And speaking of Triple H, Triple H brought in Meek Mill for the last WrestleMania. Meek Mill did the soundtrack for the entrance for the last WrestleMania. Yordi, media is concentrating on this. Yeah, the 24andMe thing is big, man. I believe the wife is also married to like the head of Google or something like that. And from what I understand, they want to take that DNA and they want to come up with diseases based on your DNA, so they could take your DNA and figure out the DNA and figure out a way to destroy you somehow. That's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy, that whole thing with 23andMe. And I'm a big believer of regulation. I believe there has to be some type of regulation. And we can't have these companies doing whatever they want. And clearly there is some type of shadow government. I'm a big believer that we are under the old banking dynasty. And Jarito, if you're still there on the live stream, I believe the U.S. is a commonwealth. I believe the U.S. is a commonwealth of these old banking families, the old Rothschild. I hope I don't get demonetized for that. But the old Rothschild banking families that are behind all of the central banks, these people are responsible for a lot of the calamities all over the world. Okay, right now we have a semi reunion here between We're gonna get the full bloodline because now they got Sami Zayn. They got Sami Zayn here. Look for you non wrestling fans, Harito and Yordi. I know you guys don't watch much wrestling, bro. Wrestling's getting good, bro. Wrestling's getting good. They have this big storyline with the bloodline there, you know. But yeah, Yordi, that whole thing with 23andMe is kind of crazy, man. That whole thing with 23andMe is insane. The entire and they're saying that everyone resigned. We don't know if they were permitted to resign or they just came in one day and said, you know, let's just fire everybody. Yeah, maybe it's those guys, Harry. Yeah, yeah. You know, if I say anything, it's considered bad. They already gave me 3 strikes. So I'm trying to make it out here. It's tough out here in these YouTube streets. So I'm trying to keep it clean. And if I say anything that's the truth, it could be considered hate speech. You know, I actually said something about 9/11. I don't want to say what I said. And it wasn't even me who said it. I actually posted a video of somebody else saying something, and they considered that to be some type of hate speech. So I do stay away from certain topics, but I hear you, Harito. I see what you're saying. And yeah, you know, they're the ones involved in the whole shadow government. We got a commercial here for Halloween Havoc. Halloween Havoc was a big WCW event. They seem to have brought it back over the weekend. I saw a couple of clips from it. There's only so much wrestling that I could watch. So I don't watch NXT. I watch Raw. I watch SmackDown. I do watch a little bit of AEW. And of course, I don't miss any of the pay-per-views, which are now called PLEs, Premium Live Events. There's more. There's stuff. You guys are going to see stuff on Diddy every day. There's stuff on Diddy coming out every day. New stuff on Diddy on a daily basis. And poor guy, man. You know, I was a big Diddy fan. You guys that know me personally know I love Diddy. I always loved his music. I was always a big admirer of his success. I named my children Sean and Mace after Puff Daddy and Mace. So it's just sad to see what's happening to him right now. I do hope the best for him if the guy is innocent. If he did something with Meek or these guys, but if he did something with Bieber, that's it, man. I'm cutting Diddy off. I'm cutting off Diddy. I haven't cut him off yet. He's innocent until proven guilty. But man, if he did something to little Bieber, I'm a father now, you know? All you guys on the chat, I see you guys are fathers, you know? If you did something to Bieber, that's no good. But I'm still a Diddy fan. I'm not cutting off Diddy. I didn't cut off Cosby. You know? So let's see. Let's see what happens. We got the shakedown going on for those that are watching the show live. Crest is trying to take your money. That's one thing that I always outline. Who's trying to take your money on these commercials? Guys, half of these commercials are pharmaceutical commercials, which is totally disturbing. Somebody's at the door and we are live. It's the ladies, you know. Vamos a comer pan con queso. All right. I was going to go for a walk, but I'm not going for a walk because we're here live. Good thing we have a staff here. Good thing we have a staff here at the Sucio News Network. George is pointing out that I misspelled something here. I don't know, George. I wasn't around for that band when most of their songs came out, and I came to America, and I was watching a lot of these movies. I didn't even speak the English, you know. Cosby did it with class. Yeah, Yordi. Cosby, you know what? Cosby, I don't think Cosby raped nobody. This live stream was brought to you by the good people at C4 at the Ladies of Pergola Hotel. Oh, yeah, baby. Yeah, Cosby. Cosby was a sucio, baby. He did a sucio style, partied it up. You know, I don't think he did. I don't think he went out there and did anything illegal. You know, yeah. Did he use drugs? Yeah. Did he drug up some women? Yeah. You know, but I'm sure it was consensual. You know. Yeah, Cosby did it sucio style. You know, the guy was just partying. He was big into the ladies. He was spending some money, you know, popping pills and doing drugs. And I don't really think anything he did was non-consensual. I think everything that he did was consensual. When you're in that position, and you guys have all tasted a bit of success, and just know you see how ladies act when you have a little bit of success and you got a little bit of change to throw around. I want you guys to understand how wealthy Bill Cosby is. Bill Cosby is a multi-billionaire. There's a lot of old money, and he was very, very smart. In fact, in the Goldman Sachs building downtown on Wall Street, and Jorge, Jarito, Yordi, all of you guys have been downtown. It's that big brown building. There was an entire floor to handle the Bill Cosby account. I repeat, there was an entire floor at the most prestigious brokerage firm to handle the Cosby assets. So there was an entire team of people handling the Cosby assets. Cosby was going to outright buy NBC, and this is why they stopped him. 80-90% of the people of the media companies are ran by the people Jarito has mentioned. So they didn't want Cosby. They didn't want the black guy having a big media company. And I believe there should be laws against that. You know, we have all of these affirmative action, and, you know, there has to be a balance in this, but there are certain industries that are completely ran by a small group of people, and there needs to be more diversity. And this is why certain countries have taken it to a different extreme, like you know, in Lebanon, they have news channels that are of one religion, news channel of another religion, news channel of another religion, ran by people from that religion. So you actually know who are the people behind that channel. And when you start looking at all of these secret agendas that they potentially could have, it's good to know who's behind these companies. All right, we got the LWO, another random Latino team. They've taken out the main guys. They've left the two smaller guys who they don't give much, not even much, none at all. We got some Boricuas there, Jarito. Zelina Vega. Zelina Vega is definitely a star, Puerto Rican. Her father had a tragic death during 9/11, and even on 9/11, they wouldn't bring her out for the ceremony. This is someone, Zelina Vega. Look, if you guys are watching live, she's rocking the Puerto Rican flag. Jarito, go watch, put USA, man. Be proud of your land. Look, I'm even proud watching Zelina Vega there. Zelina Vega deserves the belt, man. She's been there for such a long time. She's taken falls for everybody. She's done jobs, what they call jobs in wrestling, when you take the pinfall for someone out for it's all, you know, pre-rehearsed. So she's taken the fall for everybody. They made her queen of the ring, but in my opinion, it's not enough. She needs to become world champion. And I'm telling you guys, there's not going to be a dry eye in the house the day that she wins the world heavyweight championship. And I'm sure a lot of fans feel the same way about the Yeet Man, Jey Uso. These are people that have put in tons and tons of work and definitely deserve to be the world champion. Now we got American made, all of them coming out without Chad Gable. Sean, do you want to come say hi to the people? Sean, come say hi to the people. Sean, you coming? Sean, we're live. He says he doesn't want to talk to the people. All right, Sean, no problem. Sorry, guys. My house does become a zoo from time to time. Keep in mind, I do have a zoo here. I am one of those Latinos that was referenced by Trump's comedian that they come in the country and they don't pull out. They come in the country and don't pull out. And I clearly didn't a few times. We got a great match right now. Zelina Vega looking real good. I hope she gets a win. Ross going off the air. I like how today's show is going, guys. I like the fact that, we're watching the wrestling, but we're concentrating a lot on the news. And, let's face it, a big part of my audience right now are people that aren't really wrestling fans. And guys, I want you guys to know I've been on this. This is my 26th day on this channel. I believe tonight I'm going to surpass 500, which gets me to the next level of monetization. And I'm very, very happy about that. Very, very happy about that. Never again. The shakedown continues on TV. The bombshell's about to drop. They got like some knockoff Marilyn Monroe show here. It was sad to see what happened with Cosby. I never believed it. Not for 1 second did I believe that Cosby had to drug anybody. No way. Rich black guy doesn't need to go out there and rape anyone, drug anyone. Did he do drugs? I'm sure. Everyone has partied at some point or another. And it's just sad that we live in a system that corporations can have so many connections and pull so many strings that, look what they just did to Trump. Those 34 felonies in appeals court, they were dismissed. 34 counts, 34 convicted felon. I knew it was a bunch of BS. They tried to kill the guy 3 times. I really do hope they don't steal the election from Trump. I really do hope that Kamala doesn't pull off a heist like Biden. I don't think Biden won the last election. We need Trump. 100%, Yordi. We definitely need Trump. And I'm thinking, Harry, Yordi, Jorge, I have a confession to make. I'm thinking of going back to church. After many, many years of running from the church, I'm thinking of, because the devil is real. If the devil is real, then God must be real too. There's a lot of demonic stuff going on in this world. Yet Trump didn't do any of that, man. And listen, did he pay off the porn star? Yeah. Paying for some buns isn't nothing wrong with that. Cheers to that one. Yo, what's up with that dude from Abercrombie and Finch? Another bandit of the behinds. Listen, if that's what you're into, cool. That's what you're into, cool. But listen, I'll tell you this. Guys do the craziest shit. I wouldn't be surprised if this Abercrombie and Finch guy was sitting there like, yes, how can I come up with a plot to mingle with some young dudes? I know, I'll come up with a clothing brand, or I'll become the CEO and I'll party with the models. It's that crazy. Guys, I have a confession to make. When I made a lot of money, I said to myself, you know what? I'm going to come up with a photography studio. And, I'll meet girls that way. And then I realized, I'm like, that's a lot of work. I could just get girls right now, So guys do come up with these crazy ideas in order for them to get closer to women. I get it. So these guys, the Diddy's, the Abercrombie and Finch guy, maybe they did all of this so they could get some behind, I guess, you know? So I understand the thought process behind it. What I don't understand is that some of these people were doing these things against their will. I never understood the whole concept of crapping where you eat either. If that's what you're into, Abercrombie and Finch guy, Diddy, if you're into that stuff, that's fine. Just make your money with the people you work with. Don't exploit them. I've never understood this whole thing about, kicking it to the secretary. Like guys do that, like at brokerage firms, and we try to get with the secretary. It doesn't make any sense. It never made any sense to me. The secretary and the people you work with are the people that are going to help you make money for you to go out there and go live your life, Yeah, that'd be nice, Yordi. That would be nice. 6 of them. They would have to be mute, though, because they would talk to each other. And I don't know if I could deal with that, I have a new rule in my house. Long conversations have to happen away from me. I can't hear them. I'm going to mute it for 2 seconds, guys. I got to call my kids. What are you looking for, Mace? You're looking for mom's controller? Yeah, this one? Not that one. He said his TV to watch the video on his TV. Okay. Don't worry, puppy. I lost it. Don't worry. Mommy's coming with the remote soon, okay? No, he doesn't have it. It's in the room I lost. All right, don't worry, puppy. When mommy comes, you'll get it, all right? Murder Mace from Harlem. Remote, since I took my kids, take the big TV all day. I don't get to watch any TV. The only TV I get to watch is now because it's business related with a live stream. But there are 6 people in this house, and there are also 6 TVs. Ask me how I don't get one. My kids always get the TVs. Mute and death. Yeah. Sounds like a good idea, Yordi. I'm at a point in my life, guys. I'll be honest with you guys. I want none. I want to have a few dollars to be able to go run around and do what it is that I do. But I'm at a point in my life I want none. I know some single men that live by themselves. And sometimes they look at me like, oh, Alex, you got the wife, you got the kids and all of that stuff. And I look at their life and I'm like, man, I wish I was in your shoes for a day. I have friends of mine that live in a studio apartment by themselves. And I'm like, dude, you're living the dream life. Don't get me wrong. I love my kids, love my girl, love all of that. But, sometimes I think, what I think I need? I think I need a man cave, or not hopefully, this thing's going to work out. I'll get some type of studio, like a recording studio, and that'll be my little space alone. I certainly do need some type of a man cave. Okay, Papi. Yeah? Okay, Papi. Just go sit down, okay? I'll trade it all to be young and single again. You know what? I couldn't go back. I got so many kids. If I was to go back and be young, there would be certain women that I wouldn't be with. So I wouldn't have had my first child. And if I go back to being young, I'd probably look at the girl I have now and say, you know what, let me not go down that road. So then I wouldn't have my kids, So I think the solution for me has to be have some type of a man cave. I used to have a one-man office at times. I would have a one-man office. And I really loved those moments in my life when I would have a one-man office. I would go to these offices and it would be like my little space, and it was great. I haven't lived alone in years. I haven't lived alone in years. So for those guys that are single and living alone, I envy that lifestyle. You know, I don't get a break or a chance to myself. I'm always with the kids. There's always kids around. Law and Order, Thursday, 8 p.m. on Peacock. Don't go anywhere. I do hope you guys are also streaming the show live. We're going into the second hour of Monday Night Raw. The second hour gets really, really good. I do hope that we see some type of reunion with the rest of the members from the bloodline. I know for you non-wrestling fans, it's probably going in out in one ear and out the other, but the Rock's family, it includes Roman Reigns, the Usos, for Yokozuna who passed away, and the storyline is going real deep. It's a storyline that's been going on for a long time. Even before the pandemic, they were building this up all through the pandemic and for the last few years. So the storyline is getting really good, and the storyline gets real deep. There was a whole family. They used to call themselves the Bloodline. They also included The Rock. They broke up a new chunk of the family, and they brought a bunch of new wrestlers. This wrestling dynasty, this Samoan family includes a lot of the greats like The Rock, Yokozuna, and all of these great wrestlers that you see now. So they've been putting on some great, great shows. Okay, we're getting a live view here of Hershey, Pennsylvania. Overhead view. Gorgeous building here. They have the commercials for Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. So, this building doesn't look like it's somewhere in Pennsylvania. This building they're showing right now is definitely something that's probably in Saudi Arabia. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got an entrance right now from Seth freaking Rollins, the Revolutionary. He's on my list of one of the greatest technical wrestlers of all time. Definitely the guy is phenomenal in the ring. Arguably the best wrestler of this generation. His in-ring work is just phenomenal. We got the Superman curl going today. Let's bring it all the way out. Haven't done that in a while. Let's bring the Superman curl down. And we are live with Sucio. You guys could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. I appreciate that. We're getting a match right now. Seth Rollins is in the ring. There's a ad at the bottom of the screen. Seth Rollins versus Bronson Reed. This is a match they've been building for a couple of weeks now, and it should be a great match. This guy, Bronson Reed, I believe he's Australian. The guy is great in the ring. It looks like he's paid his dues a little bit, and he's possibly due for a push, and a big win against Seth Rollins would be a big push. No. It's not wrestling from now on. It's going to be, we could talk about Diddy and Trump and the news and all of that. But I'm just saying, if you guys are watching along, there's going to be some wrestling being thrown in here and there, Jordi, I'm always down to discuss having 6 wives and all of that. Just keep the chat going. Keep the chat going. Keep me going. Guys, I'm new at this, I'm new at this, I can't believe I'm getting to 500 subscribers sometime tonight or tomorrow. And that brings me to the next level of monetization. I could definitely use a check right now, from YouTube or from anybody, Seth Rollins pacing around the ring. He looks like he's ready to go to a Diddy party. Some of the outfits this guy wears are quite questionable, Same, it's even some of the wrestlers, man. They're probably questionable. Like I said, you live a questionable lifestyle. That's on you. That's on you. Just don't hold it. Don't dangle the carrot. Don't hold it against anyone's will. All right. Some money just hit my account right now as we are speaking from the fans of Only. Oh yeah, baby. Like I said, guys, I have been creating content for a decade now. I've been a content creator for other people, lighting director, co-star, and it feels good to be able to do this content for myself. I've always wanted to do skits. I've always wanted to do jokes. He's calling him out to the parking lot right now, guys. There seems to be they're gonna have some type of parking lot brawl. Let's keep the live stream going, guys. Please don't go anywhere. I'm an old man, and when nature calls, I'll be back in 5 minutes. When nature calls, nature calls. We are live. We are live, and sometimes ish happens, and ish is about to happen right now. It's like a store, right? When they're like, "Oh, be back in 5 minutes." Damn, there goes my sign already. Let's see. How am I gonna get this sign to work? Damn, we are live. These are some live bloopers here. I see some bloopers get views. So hopefully this blooper gets some views. Jesus Christ, I can't get the sign on this. There we go. Abracadabra, sis boomba. Should stay up now.
Say hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody. And I'm gonna recap wrestling. My mom's gonna tell me all the things.
Seth Rollins is fighting.
Seth Rollins.
Is fighting Bronson.
Seth Rollins is fighting Bronson. Yeah,
They're having a parking lot match.
they're having a parking lot match. That's
Bronson Reed. Seth Rollins is fighting Bronson Reed.
Seth Rollins is fighting Bronson Reed. We are good about to see them on the
So the show is back.
the shores back.
And they're showing a recap
They're showing a recap
of Our Truth.
Our Truth
Fighting Final Testament.
fighting
Final,
Fest
Final Testament.
fighting
Final Testament.
Final Testament.
What's he say?
He's trying to say Fighting Final Testament.
We're back.
Like a tongue twister.
We're live. I love you, Sean. We are live. Sean's a riot. You know, Sean was the inspiration behind this whole thing. Let me see, Yordi. Mute and deaf is go. All right, Yordi. El Sancocho del Sucio. Great name. Sean was the one that he would be like, breaking news, this, breaking news, that. So one day he's like, Daddy, I want to be a YouTuber and this and that. I was like, all right, so I get on YouTube with you. Let's go. Sean, the young man making strides. Young man making strides in the world of journalism. It's your main man here, do you know what I mean? I hope you guys like the characters, you know? We have Alex Velez. We have Sucio. We go Bald. We got Stock Star. We got your main man, do you know what I mean? From the United Kingdom. And of course, Alexander Alexandrovsky from the Soviet Union. And let's not forget, dude, you know, let's not forget, you know, we have our main man, Jonathan Michaels. Jonathan Michaels, dude. Yo, guys, honestly, if I could do this one day for a living, if I could just come here and watch wrestling and run my mouth and make millions of dollars doing this, nothing would make me happier. All right, we have a shot here of Our Truth. Our Truth looking for the Miz. We are live, ladies and gentlemen. The party don't stop for the Sucio. Know what time it is right now? 4:20, baby. 4:20, baby. But we're going to keep it out of the view of the YouTube gods. All right, we got WWE Hall of Famer Rey Mysterio, Dragon Lee coming on board. Dragon Lee, Rey Mysterio. Dragon Lee is the apparent heir to this wrestling thing as the main luchador for WWE. I should have put Rey Mysterio in my list as some of the greatest wrestlers of all time because the guy does some great in-ring work. Who's this coming down the ring right now? The War Raiders. These are the repackaged War Raiders. They had these guys walking around looking like Vikings, and now they have them like, they look like just regular white guys at a bar, which is more believable than the previous look, Y este tiguerito. War Raiders going in the ring. See, very masculine wrestlers. We need more of that, Yeah, Yordi. Yeah. I mean, these are all of the characters are just different versions of me growing up, and yeah, like the Brit comes from the people on the other side. The Russian comes from me hanging out with the Russians, and these are just characters that I've just come up like that. I have tons of other characters. I just don't want to throw people off. I want people to really get to meet these people, and I'm very proud of my newest addition. Let's see if we bring him on board. Let's see if we can bring. Do you guys want to see Wally Merchant? You guys want Wally Merchant? I think the people want to see Wally Merchant. We're gonna bring Wally Merchant. Wally. I go by the name of Wally Merchant, and I'm here and I'm doing the live stream. Man, we got these two soft ass dudes right now. They go fight Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio go wipe the floor with these guys, and that's your horoscope. Yeah, I just got a great idea, Yordi. Maybe I'm going to start doing the characters on this live stream. Just pop up with the different characters. But that was fun. I have a lot of fun doing the character. Wally Merchant. Wally Merchant from Staten Island. Where's the hat? We got to bring out Wally Merchant for the outro at the end of the video. I was thinking of shaving bald again, but that might mess up some of the characters. Mace, are you going to say hi to the people? No? Mace is a bit more camera shy. My oldest son, Tristan, wants no part of my podcast. The only one that's down is Sean. New Day seems to have interfered in this match as they go back into commercials. It's a 2-hour live stream. You know what I mean? The YouTube moderators don't like Folk 20. But we know how we do up in here. I'm not doing this whole thing of me sitting here for 2 hours talking a bunch of BS without my full 20. You know what I mean? We are live, ladies and gentlemen. I do thank you for your viewership. I thank you, my brother. Yes, Stockstar, all of them. Yeah. I feel like I've been acting my whole life. Like I go to Wall Street, I gotta act like this guy. And I go here, I gotta act like this guy. When you're in the hood, you gotta act hood. Like, I don't know if they're different parts of myself or whatever. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Joseph Oleski. Yeah, baby. Hot. Yeah. The other guy's like, how did a ball like you? I called this guy. And he was like, how did a ball like you end up all the way up on Wall Street? I ran with that. for years. Joe kind of tweaked it a little bit, and now we actually have a character, and I named him Hillbilly Joe. Joe, thank you so much for your viewership. You guys could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. Yo, I want you guys to know that your viewership and just having 5 viewers really helps. At the end of this thing, it'll show 30 viewers because there's certain people that come in and out. But all of that is translating into followers. Guys, I'll show you. I'm at 463 followers. And just a week ago, I was pulling teeth to get to 50. Now, I strongly believe that tonight, 468, like every few minutes, I get a new follower. And I strongly believe I'm going to get to 500 sometime. Yeah, I truly think I'm going to get to 500 sometime tonight, which brings me to the next level of monetization. The full level of monetization comes at 1,000. Now, the hours help me a ton. I have to get to 4,000 hours. I got about 1,500 hours in. So it's not just getting to the 500. I also have to get to the 4,000 hours, which I'm confident that I will. You know, these 2-hour live streams help out a ton. If you guys, whenever you guys are around, if you guys could hit like on my stuff, and, you know, if you have something playing in the background, and just throw me on, mute it. I also have some videos of just like walking New York City. So I understand if you want to put me in the background screaming at you, you could put the Penn Station to Times Square. It's under the skyscraper tours. I'm going to be doing so many more of those videos. I think those videos get a lot of views. Yeah, no, my live stream, yeah, Yordi, they go for 2 hours. I do 8 to 10 every Monday, 8 to 10 every Friday as well. 420, baby. Yo, man, like I was saying, getting to 10 was like I had to like call people like, yo, bro, could you add me? Yo, bro, could you add me? Then getting to 20, but a week ago I got to 50. And in a week I've gone to 50 to 500. There's one post that I put. If you guys go to the shorts tab on my page, without closing me, so keep watching. But yeah, if you go to the shorts tab and then you press popular, there's one post there at the very top. I don't know if you guys see it. Maybe if I back it up. But the most popular one is about to break 100,000 views. That one post got me a ton of new followers. So the live streams help me get more views, which then turn to followers, which has been such a great thing. Guys, and you guys that I see you guys watching are all people who are close to me. So I'll tell you guys, after leaving Wall Street, it was very depressing. And being able to come back and have that 2-year run that I just had recently was just phenomenal, and me leaving now, I don't miss it like I did. I left on my own terms, and I'm trying to find my niche. I'm trying to find something to succeed in. But if you guys, as you guys know me well, I do have a mentality that it's not if I succeed, it's like I have to succeed, and it's a numbers game. And if I just outwork everybody. So I want you guys to know I wake up at 4 a.m. every day. I watch the news. I think of what I'm going to do with these characters to the best of my ability. At first, it was just me, and then I put my son in. Then I threw in another character, and I threw in another, and it just seemed natural to throw in the other characters. And now it's become a production, because if you guys see, I do 10 different characters in the morning alone, sometimes 13 different characters just in the morning alone. So the way the process goes, I do it in the morning, and I try to get it all done by the time my son wakes up in the morning. I have him do the news, I walk him to school, and from the time I'm walking him to school and walking back, I edit it and I post it. I do my best to get it at 9 a.m. and I've been doing pretty good with that. And I've been getting it out at 9 a.m. I found myself with a little bit of time, and I thought of several topics for me to talk about and stuff like that. But then as I was watching the news, I would always see the horoscope, and something just kept calling me to the horoscope. And I'm sure you guys remember Walter Mercado. Walter Mercado would do the horoscope for the Latino community for many, many years. And it always kind of bothered me that he wasn't as manly, and not saying anything wrong with that, but I would always bother me that I would always say, why don't they have some? So I created a character which is the total opposite of him. If he was a little feminine, I was very masculine, and that's how I came up with the character Wally Merchant from Walter Mercado. So Wally Merchant will be doing the horoscope every day, and I'm going to be getting that out by 12 noon every day. It's going to be out like hotcakes every day. All right, good. I'm just making sure that the YouTube people ain't catching the 420. I hope you guys are watching the live stream as well. The show is going to heat up, especially towards the end. For you wrestling fans, we have the Bloodline that recently seems to have reunited, and they're missing Sami Zayn. And today they had a face-off with Sami Zayn, which is foreshadowing the potential reunion of the full Bloodline, including Sami Zayn. Maybe I should do a different podcast and do it like adult and call it Faux 20 with Sucio. So that was my inspiration for Wally Merchant. I wanted to do a very masculine version of Walter Mercado. Yeah, bro. I'll help you promote your channel, do whatever I could to help you grow. I'll watch your live streams. I should do eating videos and food reviews. Okay, today we're going to do a food review. Today we have pan con queso with C4. The pan con queso was brought to you by Italy. It says Italian bread, but we bought it at the corner bodega here in Queens. We have decided to melt American cheese in a nice skillet over a hot stove. The bread is then flipped over a few times until you get it nice and toasty. The texture is amazing on the pan con queso. I'm going to follow you, Jordi. The pan con queso is good. I did a full food review for Las Brisas, and I have footage that I have yet to edit for a food review for El Único. I'm sorry, guys. I have to fuel up. It's a 2-hour live stream. Adam Ross, I Show Speed, guys like Kai Sanat. These guys do 8-hour live streams. I wonder how many bathroom breaks and food breaks. If I did it, I'm going to the bathroom 10 times in those 8 hours. El Único is dope, Joe. And the other day I went there for like $4, especially when you're just a vegan and you're getting the yuca and the stuff. Prices have gone up, obviously, with the economy and the devaluation of the dollar. So Some of the meals now are like $8, But I remember when I was younger, $2, $2.50, $3, $3.50, $4. Yeah, Joe's ready to blow up. He's been thinking of some ideas. We should all learn the YouTube and online algorithm, and we should all grow with this thing. For me to get monetized in 30 days is amazing. It takes people a long, long time. I mean, now at 30 days, I'm gonna hit 500. I have 1,500 hours. I gotta get to 4,000 hours. But with the amount of viewers that I have now, if I got those 1,500 hours, over 1,300 of those hours were in the last week. That means I'm on pace for the next 3 weeks if it's only at the previous amount of subscribers. So it's probably going to happen a lot sooner. So I kind of know how to work the social media because I've gotten other people on Instagram. I've gotten several people I've gotten one person to 1 million followers, several people in the hundreds of thousands, many times over. So I kind of have an idea how it works, I think we should also do shows having conversations with each other. We pick a topic and we wing it. Some topics don't rehearse it. Just go out there and have the conversation. If for some reason something goes wrong in that conversation, you could always edit it. You could always have the conversation again. But I feel that if you know the topic and you just go into it and you wing it, I mean, if you have a list of questions, that's cool. But if you go into the topic and you just wing it, it just comes out natural. It comes out real. It's your real interaction with that person. And Yordi and Joe, we start on YouTube. But the YouTube game now, because they're really trying to compete with TikTok and the other social medias, is the shorts. Joe, I know we discussed a couple of ideas for a couple of shorts. It's not just that one short of 100,000. I have a couple of my own that got a lot of good views, and you never know which one. There's one random one that I'm just there like, breaking news, whatever, and boom, it got a lot of views. And then check this out, guys. I had no followers on TikTok. And then on TikTok, I was posting, and for the first 2-3 weeks, I had nothing. And I'm like, I got one follower and somebody that I know, and it's just one follower. And I'm like, there's really no point, but I'm getting views. All of a sudden now, in the last week, it's not much, but it's 284. But that just happened in the last week. So I noticed in TikTok, if you post live content and you do it with the camera that is on there and not a video that you took on another app and you just uploading, or something you did on your camera and you're uploading, I guess they prioritize that and you hit the spotlight. And then that's how I started to get the followers. We know Google is listening. Great match here between a bunch of wrestlers that jump around a lot. Dragon Lee, Rey Mysterio, Chad Gable coming out. I was surprised that he wasn't around. Is there more C4? All right. So this is the end of my food review. I rate the pan con queso a 7.5. Why? Because I like pan con queso with tomatoes nowadays, since I'm an older man. If it had tomatoes, it'd be 9.510. Easy. You should try, guys. Pan con queso with some tomato. No, I know. That's what I've been saying throughout the podcast, throughout the live stream. If you guys are watching live and you guys could put USA simultaneously, because I'll be referencing some stuff from the show. I'm also going to be doing a watch along election day. It's on USA. Right now, they're showing Wade Barrett, Joe Testitore, and Sucio on commentary. For those watching live or on demand, I'm going to you could start the show at the same time as the live stream. I started the live stream right when the show starts. Joe O'Barry. I guess people have aliases online, Yordi. And there seems to be a Mr. Barry. Just like there's a Mr. Chinamin. Chinamin. And of course, my inspiration for Chinamin is all the Brits that I would call for so long. You know, we might be talking to one of his multiple personalities. I'm going to be doing some movie reviews, and fittingly, I'm going to be starting with the movie Split. I believe that's a good one to start with, being the fact that I seem to have some type of split personality disorder myself, and I do all these characters. I'll tell you guys, if you guys have seen that movie Split, the way that this guy, and he's part of the inspiration too, the way that this guy goes out there, James McAvoy, and plays all of these different Buyer Slam. That's right. But if you guys haven't seen the movie Split, masterpiece. James McAvoy plays a dozen different characters, and it's just phenomenal. It's amazing. This guy takes you on a ride, and he plays all of these different characters. I should pick one of those characters as as an inspiration for this, but definitely James McAvoy's performance in the movie Split is definitely an inspiration for the Alex Velez show. Guys, I also wanted like a combination between like the Chappelle show and Sábado Gigante. I just don't have the money to be giving out a car and shit like that. But it'd be nice. On today's live stream, we're going to be giving away a car. Un carro. You know? Like Sábado Gigante, you know? Are you making money or making donations? Yo, also on the shorts, I put the greatest rebuttals of all time. I'm going to be posting the greatest rebuttals. I might start doing that on the show when Stockstar gets on, does the report, and then today's rebuttal of the day. Bam, 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 bam. All right, for those watching simultaneously, we have the former WWE champion and proud Boricua, clearly looking angry after Trump's comedian's comments over the weekend. He's going to be taking on Dirty Dom, another Latino. Bro, tear my eye. Two Latinos in the main event. You know, I remember the days when it was just Tito Santana on the card. Now half the card is a bunch of Latinos. Even Seth Rollins got a Latino name. He's a Latino on the low. We have truly come up after invading this nation from the South, all these Latinos. But guys, you know, this guy, Damian Priest, was a legit world champion Boricua. Harry, shit like that should motivate you to go watch wrestling. Great performer. At the end of each thing, he'll be like, Boricua, Boricua, you know? legit world champion. This guy from the Bronx. He's about 40 years old. He's been in the business for 20 years. Paid his dues in the independents, and he got his shot to go to WWE at like 35, and now at 40, he's the champ. You know? Joe O'Barry. I love it. Thank you for the viewership, guys. Seems to be a shakedown for some vacation cruise. A further part of the review. The pan con queso leaves a small aftertaste, but leaves your mouth soon thereafter, leaving you with no hunger after eating the huge pan con queso. I should start doing food reviews. I don't know which character's going to hit, but a lot of people are telling me that this Wally Merchant might catch fire. The guy Wally Merchant doing the horoscope. You know what? Should bring out Wally Merchant. Let's bring out Wally. I go by the name of Wally Merchant. I'm from Staten Island, and I got your daily horoscope. If I could find a way using green screens of having like, how do I have like me there doing the other character somehow? Yo, you know what I would actually love to do? I just been brainstorming on how to do this. I'd love to do like the BET Cypher. I don't know if you guys have seen the BET Cypher that they have, you know, the guys, they come out, yo, blah, 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 they do the rap, and the other guy goes and raps and stuff like that. So I was thinking, right, have the BET Cypher, today's news, the Alex Velez Show, Sucio News Network characters all come out and rap. But guys, if you haven't seen the Wally Merchant, there is a cameo appearance from myself. There's a cameo appearance also from Jonathan Michaels. Should we bring out Jonathan Michaels? How could we bring out Jonathan Michaels? We're gonna give you guys a behind the scenes look on how Jonathan Michaels is created. Okay, this is how Jonathan Michaels is created. Whoa, dude! Yeah, I can't believe it. I truly can't believe that Quando Rondo was involved, and they arrested Little Dirk, man. They arrested Little Dirk, and the Diddy footage. You know, I don't know how we got it, but you know, we got the Diddy footage also. Yo, this is awesome. Look at that. Yeah, so Jonathan Michaels, you guys all know who Jonathan Michaels is. It's you know, Chaleco's name. So I just decided, you know, one day, you know, to just do that character that he does on the phone, and there you have it. He's the Gen Zer. You know, Jonathan, I'm an intern. I'm still in college, dude. I'm still in college, bro. I came here to do the show. And now they have me reporting on Big Meech and Diddy. You know, I question sometimes my life could be in danger. You know, these guys may not even want me reporting on them. You know? Dude, bro. Do I pull it off? Do I pull it off? Yes, no, in the comments. Jonathan Michaels doing a young white man. Yeah, you know what? I'm actually going downtown on Friday. I'm going to Wall Street on Friday. Guys, I want to announce there's going to be a major joint venture between the Sucio News Network and 12th Floor Entertainment. Steady Eddie Frank. You guys know him as Eddie Irvin. Go check out his channel. He's been monetized. Even has to report it as an outside business activity now. But we're thinking of starting a series called Meet Me at the Bowl. And, you know, maybe the first person that we'll interview should be the original Jonathan Michaels. All right, they're announcing a live tour show for Thursday, December 26th, the day after Christmas. They're going to be in the world-famous Madison Square Garden. All right, we got Jimmy Uso coming in, walking past the metal detectors. Kind of shape that show is going to. It's going to get filmed on. Eddie Irvin says he filmed the first episode on Friday, but in previous film content ventures, I find it that it's best to film as much content as you possibly can when you're around that person and film perhaps 4 episodes. I learned this from going to a photo shoot with a young lady to chocolate models. And it was very interesting. This guy had 2 separate homes. And what he would do 4 shoots. And he would make it seem as if these were 4 episodes that happened at 4 different times. And he would just do this with wardrobe changes. But he would just shoot one, take a small break, shoot the other, take a small break, shoot the other, take a small break. And early on, I learned that that's the best way to do content. Just shoot, 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 do the editing. When I do the today's news, I actually do the editing as I do the show. It's kind of a homemade show. I guess that's going to get a little bit better with time, but I've worked with people that I've seen them edit songs, edit podcasts fairly quickly. So I'm trying to work like them and trying to edit as I go along, you know? But on Friday, I'm going to go meet with Eddie. I'm going to interview Eddie. I may interview him as different characters. I'm going to try to interview Jonathan Michaels. I'm just going to interview just random people. Should be very, very interesting. It's the day after Halloween. I'm going to be filming some Halloween content. I'm going to try my best to go into the city. Maybe do one of those walkthroughs that should get some views. Sucio does a walkthrough. Wow, it is the main event. This is a proud moment, ladies and gentlemen. We have Dominic Mysterio following his dad, who just had a match. Dominic Mysterio, the son of Rey Mysterio, in the main event with another fellow Latino and Puerto Rican, Jarito, Damian Priest. This is good. And I like the fact that in the shows now being ran by Triple H, not by Vince, you don't have the same people in the same main event over and over and over every week. They keep the shows interesting. They change the order around. Different storylines hit different peaks at different times. The big storyline now is obviously the bloodline. They had the exchange and they postponed it for the next show, SmackDown, leaving room for this, which is great. Let me read some of the comments, sir. Yeah, that's queso americano. The Chinese original. Yeah, we're gonna get a Jonathan Michaels. They have combo tickets for WrestleMania in Vegas. Joe, who's a frequent visitor to the WrestleMania events. This year's in Vegas. This next one's in Vegas. Tickets have gone on sale, apparently. Damian Priest is a powerhouse. I certainly hope that he gets the belt again. I do believe he had 1 or 2 matches there that kind of tainted his title run, and hopefully it didn't. But there was one really cheesy ending. I also don't like the fact that it was a short reign. Many guys have it from WrestleMania to SummerSlam, and that's fine. But I think it was too short of a reign. I think he definitely should have had the belt again. However, he's a bona fide star right now, and Damian Priest, if he gets the belt again, he should have a better run. It would be nice to see Dominic Mysterio possibly get the next belt, which is the Intercontinental Championship or the U.S. Championship. Or maybe if they make Dominic Mysterio Money in the Bank, that would be a good way to put the big belt on him. Yeah, Damian Priest, he has been down for so long, man. You know, he's been in the game for such a long time. He's a great, great talent, But that one match that he had with Seth Rollins, where he apparently it seemed like he forgot to kick out, it was a bad timing with the other guy coming in, so he did his part. But I think the run was too little for him to be considered as any of the grades or on or anyone's list or anything like that. And I believe a guy like him, he does have the potential of going down as a great wrestler over time. He doesn't have much time left because I do think the guy's in his 40s now. But it would be nice. It would be nice to see him get a run with the title. A 1 year proper run at the title would be nice. Now, speaking of titles, this Saturday it's going to be champion versus champion, Gunther versus Cody. Apparently there seems to be some type of rumor that Goldberg is going to be interfering in Gunther's match. And I think Gunther would definitely give Goldberg a good match. Goldberg wasn't much of he's okay in the ring, but not, definitely not great in ring. He definitely needs a good dancing partner, and no one better than Gunther right now. Gunther definitely puts on some great, great matches. But you guys that are thinking of getting on this YouTube thing, I highly recommend it. I highly recommend we support each other. We could interview each other. Guys could use any one of my characters. Let me know and have me as some type of feature in your show. I'm down for that. Several people have contacted me on how to promote myself, but it seems nowadays with these platforms, and I'm gonna be straightforward with you guys because I know I've paid for promo for other pages and other people, especially on Instagram, you pay them for promo and things like that. And that's how you grow. And when you film content with other people, that's definitely another way to grow. But paying for that promo right through the Facebook, right through the TikTok, right through Instagram, it works. It's kind of designed to bump anyone else from giving you that promo. So if you were buying promo online for whether it was for Instagram, Snapchat, any website or anything like that, if the actual platform has a way of you paying for the promo, I have found that it's the best way for you to achieve your goals. The other person may not post you, their algorithm may be messed up. And whether you're seeking more followers or seeking this or that, if you have a budget, you could definitely hit your goals a lot sooner. I'm doing everything organically for now. I'm doing everything organically, just growing the page, posting, interacting with the comments, interacting as I am with you guys now. And I do appreciate you guys so much for taking the time. And we have just 7 minutes left in the main event. And I want to thank all of you guys for sticking with me. And I love you guys for supporting the show. It goes, like I said, it goes a long way with your viewership and the shorts. And I'm slowly going to get more followers. I'm truly hoping to hit 1,000. I don't know. I mean, if 50 to 500 happened, I guess within a week after hitting 50, a little over a week, hopefully it happens in another week. That would be nice. I do think I'm on pace to hitting the hours also. So like I said, if you guys, could watch some of the stuff on Halloween, I'm going to do a walk, so, through the parade. So that should be some interesting content to put up there. This is a great moment to watch these guys. I want to see two Latinos at the main event of WrestleMania. That would be nice. We've had the Eddie Guerreros of the world have main event matches at Mania, but it would be nice to see two Latinos. And that's set to happen, especially with all of the talent that they have right now. I'm old. I'm going to bed. It's almost 10. I love you, my brother. Thank you. Thank you for spending some time with me. Like I said, you guys could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with Sucio. I appreciate that. Crown Jewel starting 1 p.m. I got a side gig, guys, on Saturday. So as much as I would love to be doing a live stream on Saturday, I unfortunately will not be doing a live stream. Dominic Mysterio weaseling his way out of the ring. Damian Priest definitely doing some great work right now. Just ran through Rey Mysterio. Guys, don't forget, tomorrow morning, 9 a.m., like clockwork, every 9 a.m. every day, Monday through Friday, you're going to get the news. Wally Merchant will be in the house doing the horoscope at 12 noon. Jay Vela. Jay Vela. Jay Vela. Jay Vela. Jay Vela. Jay. You gotta give it like some sound European. Levele. Leveles. Leveles. Yordi, you know, Sean, you know who's watching? Theo Yordi, my friend Joe, my other friend Harry, my other friend George. But you remember Joe, and you remember Theo Jordi. Yeah. Okay. Well, they're watching. They're watching the live stream. Why don't you come and say bye to everybody? Because the live stream's almost up. But put your hoodie on. Dirty Dom apparently seems to have stolen a victory with some type of interference. Sean, look, that's Dirty Dom and Damian Priest. Come here. Come say hi to everybody.
Hi.
Sean. Yeah, everybody says that he's the one that looks like me the most. Sean Johnson. Even people stop us in the street like, oh, he's definitely your twin. Dominic Mysterio seems to be victorious by some type of shenanigans. They have stolen the victory from Damian Priest, which is good for this storyline because it gives him an opportunity to fight again if he just runs through him. Yeah, the clone. Look at him. They're saying that you're my clone. You think I am tough, but wait until you meet Pecataco. Say bye to everybody, puppy.
Bye. Let's do the news. Next to
that. That's one of 6. I've had 4 myself, mine, but you know, I really have 6. I have my stepdaughter and Nathaniel's back in my life. So, you know, I feel complete. I feel like I got all the kids, you know. We recently enjoyed a very nice day. We all went to the zoo. We had everybody there, all of the kids. Both baby mamas were there. Maybe Halloween, I'm thinking of doing another little get together with all of them all together. It's tough to get all of them together. As you know, Tristan and Nathaniel live in Jersey, so they're available. I get them every other weekend, you know. I wish I had all of them every day. Nathaniel, I don't see as often as I do Tristan. I do hope I could see him more often, but I do see him, and he is in my life. Yo, this Boricua action, Jarito. Look. Carlito, the son of Carlos Colon, interfering in the aftermatch action with Damian Priest doing a choke slam on Dominic Mysterio. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Thank you so much, Harry, Joe, George, everyone watching live, everyone watching on demand. I want to thank you guys for your viewership to the Sucio News Network. Don't forget, we are on live every Monday, every Friday. Yes, Puerto Rico, stand up. Do it for the Boricuas, the Dominicans. Yordi, you know we're part Puerto Rican, right? You know, Dad, like his lineage comes from Puerto Rico. Like his grandfather, who we never really met, was Puerto Rican. So I think we're like half Puerto Rican. We're at least a quarter Puerto Rican. Let's face it, Dominicans and Puerto Ricans, like, yeah, that bloodline is connected. I bid you all farewell, ladies and gentlemen. The real content, a real action begins now. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you for your viewership. Go to my page and hit a couple likes. You know, whenever you can, just watch my stuff. Let it run. I'll film some more stuff of me walking so I can get my hours up. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you for your support. I'm blowing up like you thought I would. Call the crib, same number, same hood. It's all good. Y'all got my number. Y'all know how to reach me. Love you guys. I'm out. Sucio style. Another successful live stream. I love it.